Yo, what's up, guys? Zodon here, and I'm going to give you a little breakdown of my first impressions with Elder Scrolls Blades. So I probably put in about 2 or 3 hours so far into this game. I'm level 8 right now, almost level 9. Did a little recording of the gameplay. I'll have that running in the background as we speak. But yeah, so far, I gotta say, I enjoy it. It does have issues, but it's like for what it is, it's a fun little game. Um, so basically, let's just start off by I want to say it's basically a dungeon crawler. I would say it's a single player dungeon crawler, and that's the way you should play it. You shouldn't be expecting any really deep story. There is a story in the game. It does seem to be okay, but yeah, you can't really advance the story very much. There's no like real immersion aspect to the story. You can't really get immersed in the story or anything because of just the way the game plays. You gotta like level up a bit to get to certain story quests, and then you have to do all this other stuff like building up your town and so on and so forth. So I would, I mean, it might be a really good story. Well, who knows? We'll see. I guess in the next month or so, however long it takes to actually get to the end of of the story, if there is an end of the story, who knows? But yeah, I'm just playing it like it's a little dungeon crawler. If you used to like old school games like Might and Magic, this kind of reminds me a lot of Might and Magic. You just, go into dungeons, you, you fight random enemies. So far, I've encountered goblins, bandits, wolves, bears, rats. What else have I? Skeletons, zombies. I mean, they're not really zombies. They're called whites. And I guess they're not really zombies, but basically zombies. Um, and some other random mystical creatures, and it's been a lot of fun. Um, so let's go into the controls. So you can actually play this two different ways. You can actually play it in vertical mode, where you're just tapping on the ground to move, and I feel like the combat actually feels better in vertical mode, because the way you have to actually fight is you tap on either side of the screen. So you tap on the right side of the screen to do a right hand attack, and then the left side to do a backhand attack. I don't know if there's a way to actually switch your hands. I think there might be a way, but I'm not sure to switch your weapon to your left hand. But as far as I can see, you start off with your weapon in the right hand. You do right hand, then left hand, and that's how you combo. So you get extra damage points if you swap back and forth the sides. So it's definitely a good way to increase your damage. You can just, attack from the same side over and over, but you don't get any bonus damage for that. Um so I want to go like on a 3 out of 5 scale, and I want to say the controls I give it a 3 out of a 1 to 5 scale. I give the controls a 3 out of 5 because I mean they're pretty good, but they could do have a lot of improvements on them. The buttons are really small. The ability buttons, you see the ability buttons in the bottom right there. I have a dodge and a power attack, and they're really small and not really in a very good location for touchscreen. Um, and also, like, moving the screen around can be annoying sometimes. When you're in horizontal mode, like it is right now, the you see there's like that little analog, like they have virtual analog sticks. There's one on the left and there's one on the right. So like I prefer actually using my finger to scroll the screen, like swiping the screen to look around. But there is also like a right analog stick to look around. I don't really like the feel of it personally, and there's no way to disable it currently. So, also I should mention that the video is in like 2 times speed mode. This is not the normal speed of the game. So yeah, I think they could do some improvements on controls, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Um, Gameplay and combat, I give a 4 out of 5 because it's a lot of fun. That also could be improved, but it's still a lot of fun for what it is. I haven't touched magic maybe magic feels really fun and good. But for melee combat, I give it a 4 out of 5. I'm enjoying it, and it's there's a little bit of skill involved too. If you time your blocks perfectly, you stun your enemy when you block. If you basically right as they attack, if you hit block, you'll stun them for a second. If you release your attack perfectly, you get a critical attack. That's really hard to do, at least for me so far. I get it maybe like 1 out of 5, 1 out of 4, 1 out of 5 times that I attack. But yeah, combat, gameplay is pretty good. It's fun and enjoyable, and I'll continue playing this here and there. This game for me is going to be more like a time killer game. Like it's not the kind of game that you're probably going to sit down and play for over 1 or 2 hours max at a time, I would say. After that, it's like you can't really progress that quickly, and you have the chests, which are time locked, and you have to kind of chests don't give you all of your gear. You can craft and do all this stuff. There's a really good crafting system, and the inventory system, I must say, is very, very well done, very well organized. You don't really have to look all over the place for something. It's kind of easy to find everything in there. So yeah, the chests. Yeah, a lot of people are getting annoyed about the chests because you take 3 hours to unlock a silver chest, 6 hours to unlock a gold chest, and yeah, it's annoying, but just put down the game for a few hours and it's not a big deal. Go play something else. And you don't need the stuff from the chest to get upgrades. You can craft, and there's this thing called tempering where you can temper your weapons to increase their quality, increase the damage they do, and that sort of thing. So it's not all about the chests. You can also find good items from enemies in the dungeons, or as rewards for doing dungeons in certain dungeons and that sort of thing. Let's talk about the graphics. The graphics, they're not bad. They're good. They're good for a mobile game, but they could be better. The main thing I want to talk about with the graphics is the lack of graphics settings. There are none whatsoever. No graphic settings whatsoever. So I don't know if that's just for the early access version or if they plan on adding like advanced graphics settings later on into the game or into the the official release version or something like that. Who knows? I hope they do, because it looks pretty good, but from Bethesda I expect better. And for my device, I think I could run it at quite a higher level than it is, so the lack of options is kind of disappointing, but it is overlookable because the gameplay is fun. Sound, though, the sound effects are very well done. I give those a 4.5 out of 5. Very well done on the sound effects and the music. The music is very good too. Probably doesn't. Let's put it down to normal speed so you guys can actually hear what the real sounds sound like. Okay, and then as far as activities in the game, there's actually quite a lot to do. You have your main quests and stuff that further the story, and then you have all these things. They have another part of the quest thing that's called jobs, which basically are daily quests that you can. It doesn't seem like they have a limit to them, though. At least I have not hit the limit yet. So you go into the jobs section and you have an option to do all these different jobs. This is also the best way to get gold. Most of the main quests and stuff don't really give you very good rewards as far as like gold and such. If you want to like get gold or crafting materials very quickly, the jobs seem to be the way to go, because you can get like up to 700, 800. I think I've gotten like 900 gold from one job before. and then quite a few crafting materials and that sort of thing. And then you have challenges which refresh every hour, which give you quite a bit of gold as well. So gold does not seem to be an issue. So I definitely recommend salvaging everything and not selling it, because gold, at least so far, seems to be really plentiful and easy to get. So yeah, that's it. I guess overall, what would I give this overall as a score? I'd say like 3.7. It's pretty decent, and it's a fun little dungeon crawler. I like the fact that there's a vertical mode, so you can play it one-handed and just chill while you're doing other stuff on this side, like watching TV or whatever. Also play it like when you if you're at work, it's a lot easier to hide the fact you're playing a game if it's in vertical mode, you know? You can have it in one hand and you might look like you're just checking your phone for some information work related. But if you have your phone in both hands and you're holding it horizontally, that's obvious. It's obvious giveaway that you're either watching a video or playing a video game. So I like the fact as far as like hiding the fact that you're gaming from other people when you probably shouldn't be, I give it a 5 out of 5 because vertical mode is very good for that sort of thing. All right, and that's it. Those are my first impressions about this game. I'll probably make another video later on, and I'm going to leave the rest of the video running just so you guys can, see what all goes on. Oh, yeah, I wanted to mention the really fun thing about this game is the Abyss. So there's this game mode that's called the Abyss. Now, I guess if you've ever played Diablo 3 specifically, it's like Rifts. Basically, it's like an endless dungeon mode which is a lot of fun, and you get rewards as you go on. Every level that you get to, you get more gold and more experience. And there's like this little icon in the upper right. Actually, I'm about to start the Abyss right here in the video. There's this little icon in the upper right. As you kill stuff, you fill up the bar, and you get whatever is up there. So sometimes it'll be a chest, sometimes it'll be crafting materials, might be an item. So I've done this before, and we're starting off at level 1 again right here. And yeah, obviously it's really easy at level 1 because I'm already level 8. And the bar for that thing fills up a lot slower when you're at a lower level. So you see there's a little bit of yellow there right now. It'll start to pick up faster the deeper that we get. But when you very first enter the Abyss the first time, you'll start getting rewards like right off the bat because it's your first time and that sort of thing. So yeah, the Abyss I think is probably the most fun thing about this game. Endless dungeons, endless opportunities for rewards. It's really cool. Arena unfortunately is not out yet. Maybe I'll do another video when Arena comes out to review that a little bit. Though this is not a review, this is just first impressions. Okay. That's it for me. I'm going to shut up now. Enjoy the rest of the video. Don't forget to subscribe and hit all the buttons below. Peace out. We'll see you next time. GG's.